Good morning, Mr. Chef One here. Today I'm going to be making chili in the slow cooker. Very easy, and it'll be done when you get home from work or play. First thing we're going to do is add a large can of tomatoes. These are whole tomatoes, just like the ones that I did with the beef vegetable soup, because I like larger chunks of tomatoes other than the small diced. So you just break them up, put them in there. I have my slow cooker turned on high because I want it done a little bit faster. But if you're going to be gone a long time, it's best to have it on low. Okay. There our tomatoes are all broken up. Next, we are going to add a small can of petite diced tomatoes that is called Chili Ready. That's because it has onions already cut up in it. Next, we're going to add a can of chili beans. It has the seasoning in it also. There we go. There we go. Stir that up a little bit. Alright. Next, I'm going to add a small can of tomato paste. This will help thicken it up some. Now I try to use ground round because it doesn't render a lot of fat, but you can use ground chuck or regular ground beef. If you use regular ground beef though, I would cook it first. That way it does render some of the fat out of it. Stir that around a little bit. Next, I'm going to add a package of chili seasoning mix. Stir that around a little bit. Alright. At this point, I'd add a little salt. And some pepper. Now, instead of cutting up peppers and all that stuff, I use a 16-ounce jar of thick salsa. This happens to be medium. If your family doesn't like it spicy, use mild. But if you like it hot, use the hot. Add that in there. Next thing is a half a cup of packed brown sugar. Dump that right in there. Give it a good stir. This gives it a little bit different flavor. Now at this point I'm going to add some more salt and pepper. Use that. Now I'm going to let this cook just a little bit before I add my beef, my ground round. So just put the lid on it. I'd say let it simmer, or get going, rather, for about half an hour. Then I'm going to add my ground round to it. Okay, it's been about a half an hour. So, I'll add my ground round now. I like it kind of chunky, so I put it in like that. Kind of squeeze it together so it'll cook in chunks. If you don't like it chunky, just put it in and tear it up more. Okay. Now this is very easy to do. You don't have to do it in a slow cooker. You can do it on top of the stove. But since I'm going to be gone today, I'm going to do it in my slow cooker. That way, I'll have dinner ready when I walk through the door. Put about half of that in there. Actually, this is about, actually it's exactly 2 pounds of ground round. Put a little salt on that. And a little pepper. To kind of mush it down inside there. Okay. Then you add the other pound. I'm going to break these up a little bit smaller than the larger chunks. When I serve it up, I like to add shredded cheese to it in the individual bowls. You don't have to if you don't want to. It just gives it a little bit different texture, a little different flavor. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on the mood. Okay, this is a pot full of chili. This will definitely serve plenty of people. And actually, the next day, I believe it's even better. Oh, I almost got too much in there. 1.5 pounds might have been alright. But it'll be eaten. Just have to be very careful. Now, mush that down in there some. Alright. Get it around the edges so your lid will set on the rim. And you put the lid on it and let it cook the rest of the day. That's it. All done. Okay, here we are. It is done. Oh. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Gonna taste test it. Make sure it doesn't need any more salt. Perfect. There you have it. You could make you a nice sandwich to go with it, or just eat it the way it is. See you next time. Bye-bye.